Let's turn our attention towards some organizational measurements. Committing to a Six Sigma methodology for project implementation is a big step for many organizations. The expenditure of resources is highly significant, as is our desire for a positive outcome. A balanced scorecard is used to give the company a constant snapshot of the status of the goals of the project. Attaining and maintaining alignment to the strategy and goals of the project can be elusive over time. These goals are derived from all interested parties. The balanced scorecard focuses on 4 areas of the vision and strategy. Taking a high-level view of all 4 areas at the same time helps an organization maintain balance in their progress. Financial pertains to how the company should appear to the shareholder. We typically quantify this through return on investment, cash flow, and backlog. Internal business processes documents the processes we perform at a superior level. Examples would be rework, cycle time, and setup times. Learning and growth deals with how we sustain our ability to change and improve. Examples include training and surveys. Customers outlines how the company should appear to customers. Examples here would be customer surveys, warranty claims, and service call. Limits are displayed next to each metric reported. If a metric falls outside these limits, without any known mid-course corrections of the project, this would indicate that something unusual has occurred. Management should investigate these and take appropriate action. The steps in building a balanced scorecard begin with defining the scope. Information from senior management is then gathered for the scorecard. This information is used to generate measures for the balanced scorecard and assemble the scorecard. A second session is held to refine the draft scorecard. The team will add objectives for each measure and finalize. An implementation plan is developed and regular reviews of the balanced scorecard are conducted to check progress. Organizations use key performance indicators, known as KPIs, to track performance at the highest level. KPI measures are critical ingredients of Six Sigma projects in evaluating the success of a project against its established goals. Financially speaking, return on investment and net present value are examples of KPIs. There are 2 types of metrics to consider when selecting KPIs for a project. Outcome metrics are connected to the end result of a process. Outcome metrics are typically lagging and tied to the purpose of the project. Process metrics provide feedback on the ongoing performance of elements of the process. It is common for process metrics to focus on the identified drivers of process performance. Process metrics can provide a preview of process performance so that concerns can be addressed. Teams should develop no more than 3 to 6 KPIs for a project. KPIs should be meaningful to project stakeholders. They should also be measurable and manageable. We spoke briefly about lagging indicators in KPI. Let's formally address this indicator as well as leading indicators. Lagging indicators quantify current conditions and are output-oriented. They are easy to measure, but hard to improve or influence. Leading indicators provide insights into the future. They are easier to influence, but require proactive efforts and equipment to measure. We use leading indicators to make changes before issues become major. Moving a customer from a satisfied status to one of loyal status can be quite difficult to achieve. Ironically, it can also be difficult to lose among many customer bases despite missteps of the organization or the presence of customer complaints and quality issues. Customer loyalty is demonstrated through ongoing efforts of the organization to serve and exceed customer expectations. Some possible loyalty measures will include customer retention rate, customer loyalty rate, user recommendation rate, customer endorsements, purchasing frequency, the customer experience, customer value, product costs, shipping costs, and satisfaction, and finally, perception of competitor products. Without customer loyalty, businesses will struggle to survive. Financially speaking, customer loyalty drives retention, and this positively influences revenue and profit. In Six Sigma project deployment, we often encounter misalignment between project goals and the strategic imperatives of the business. A strategy deployment matrix helps to close this gap. Creation of a strategy deployment matrix begins with a list of company strategies. Next, list all the metrics the company uses to measure success. As a team, establish a correlation between the strategy and the metric. This is a value between 0 and 1. Next, compute a weighted score between each strategy and metric. Using this tool, the company can develop a mission statement for the project based on the high correlations between the metrics and strategies. If we are committed to maintaining scope, our project should stay on target and align with the overarching strategic goals of the business.